This is the classic phrase to work on your business more than in it. It's great advice, except I actually think better advice is to work outside of your business more than on it. What today's buyers want today, one thing I think they want is access. I mean, there's the convenience of access. Compare it to the airline industry. What's the whole benefit of an airport lounge is that you have access to more comfortable seating, free food. Maybe it's a private entrance. Maybe just it's quieter. There's always been in business a trend from class to mass. One of the things they're looking for, as I said, is convenience and access, separation, if you will, from the masses. I also think it's important to trust that anytime there's a shift in our marketplaces, it may be important to create a category and a subcategory. So there probably are a category of buyers today that are one-time buyers. While that might be frustrating for an organization that's used to selling longer-term contracts, there may be your one-time buyers who are looking for that memorable experience. But there also are going to be individuals who want a season, maybe want a couple of seasons. So I think it's going to be really important moving forward to pay attention to the life cycle of your new client base so that you can nurture that life cycle. The organizations are going to have to institute processes where they can track the life cycle of today's individual buyers so you can nurture that life cycle and therefore not feel like it's a constant turnover of new buyers. Having been a portrait photographer for super affluent families for 40 years, the thing that kept me ahead of the curve is observation. But I can't encourage all businesses enough to really consider the benefit of observation and paying attention to what are the societal changes that are taking place. People are looking for more memorable experiences than they have ever had before, that they're willing to invest at higher levels in. People are taking those monumental trips. People's values have changed. The changes you're seeing in other industries and then how they might compare to your own. In business, there's the classic phrase to work on your business more than in it. It's great advice, except I actually think better advice is to work outside of your business more than on it. I think the more we can step out of our own businesses, our own industries, and pay attention to what's going on in the world, we can at the very least keep up with trends and desires of customers, but even more so, hopefully stay ahead of the changes that are coming. And this is what keeps the business relevant for the long haul and keeps your marketing fresh and ahead of the curve. What do the people I serve need to see, hear, and feel in order to buy in? In addition to that list, I would add specific to your industry is what I call the lasting experience, right? So people are investing in these suites and these experiences. It could be to commemorate a year, it could be to commemorate a season, it could be to commemorate a single day. But they want to relive that moment over and over and over again. And this is very much driven by the psychology of social media today, where people are reliving their lives and moments in their lives over and over again. So whatever luxury suite directors can do to structure the event, the happening, to really enforce the relivability of the experience. Well, something we see common and easily overlooked are like these selfie stations, right? You go to an event, you go to whether it's a party or you go to a location, there are pre-set up selfie stations, right? So that would be a really cool thing to do, like actually provide the best view, the best lighting, like make ring lighting available in the stadiums because it's inherently a difficult thing to capture on a good selfie because the lighting is behind, speaking as a photographer, the lighting is behind, you want the view of the stadium at your back, but the lighting is mostly coming from the back. So you might need some really good ring lighting to fill it in. Like providing things like that. And here's the thing, this is a huge marketing ploy as well. I mean, why did the popularity of selfie stations become common? It's because you're actually publicizing the event. They're doing you a favor by putting these things all over social media and spreading the word about the great event they had in your suite. The other thing is, I think, often overlooked in all industries is the pre and post experience. What people want today from these memorable experiences is great prep. Let people know what do they need to do to be the most prepared. Pump up the experience. Disney does this incredibly well, where I think they have like two different lines, right? You got the gold ticket line and you got the ordinary line. It leads to the same attraction, but there's such a pump up of excitement because of the amount of time that you're waiting in line. So think about just what's the waiting in line time for your buyers, before they've even arrived at the stadium, days before. Get them pumped up by providing a really exciting pre-event experience. And then of course there's the post experience, which is the follow-up. And this is something a lot of luxury brands do really well on the retail level that I would imagine the luxury suite industry could learn from, is the follow-up. Whatever you can do to just follow up and make it as personal, because then again, that extends the experience they had. Post experience, great post experience. Too often businesses focus on the transactional experience, which is just the slice in the middle. Really important to focus also on the pre-event and the post-event experience.